It's generally the best exercise because it works so many muscles, but you can injure your shoulders if you don't have the proper form. Hi, I'm Alli Drew. Welcome to my channel. Today, we are going to do a beauty, health, and fitness quiz. Let's test your knowledge in these fields today. Through this quiz, not only will you test your knowledge, but you will also gain knowledge so you can enhance your life. Okay, let's move on to the first question. 1. Do we need to wear sunscreen at home? True or false? The answer is true. We get sun exposure through our windows or skylights, so we want to apply sunscreen on at home. Maybe not as heavily, and you don't need it, of course, if you live in a really dark space or you're working in a dark room. The second question, what is the healthiest diet to adhere to? This is a multiple choice question. Is it A, intermittent fasting, B, a keto diet, C, a Mediterranean diet, or D, a whole food, plant-based diet? Think about that. The answer is C, a Mediterranean diet. It was voted the healthiest diet by U.S. News and World Report the past 8 years by their panel of experts. The third question is, you can't get complete protein on a vegan diet. True or false? The answer is false. Tempeh, beans and rice, and quinoa all have the same 9 essential amino acids needed you would get eating meat, among other foods. The next question. After an intense workout, you should focus mainly on a high protein intake. True or false? Need a moment to process that? The answer is false. You should focus not only on protein, but you need carbohydrates and electrolytes too. Make those carbohydrates fruits and whole grains. The fifth question is, using bands is not as effective for our bones as lifting weights. True or false? Need a moment? The answer is true. Both are good for our bones, but weights put more of a load on our bones, which stimulates osteoblasts. The sixth question is for us ladies. Sleeping with a bra will help stop your breasts from sagging. True or false? The answer is false. Breast sagging is caused from gravity and genetics. This answer comes from ChatGPT. I still sleep with one on. I'm sure I look really sexy. Makes us full-figured girls feel just a little bit better. The next question is visualization. You know, when you see things in your mind's eyes, visualization can help with your mental health by stimulating the parasympathetic nervous system. True or false? Let's take a little pause. The answer is true. Visualization is a powerful complementary tool along with other therapies. It strengthens neural pathways, regulates emotional stress, activates the prefrontal cortex, and so much more. The 8th question is, swimming is still the best exercise. True or false? Is this a trick question? The answer is true. It's generally the best exercise because it works so many muscles, but you can injure your shoulders if you don't have the proper form, and it does nothing for your bone density. So you want to alternate it with weight-bearing exercises. The 9th question is, when you get your blood pressure taken, the top number of the reading is called A, the ischemic reading, B, the diastolic reading, C, the hypertense reading, or D, the systolic reading. You medical people will get this question. The answer is D, the systolic reading. The next question is, the leading cause of death globally is heart disease. The second leading cause of death is cancer. What is the third leading cause of death globally? Is it A, malnutrition, B, COPD, C, viruses, or D, diabetes? Want to take a moment? The answer is B, COPD. COPD, which is an umbrella term for certain lung diseases such as chronic bronchitis, emphysema, refractory asthma, and other lung diseases, is the third leading cause of death globally. The next question is, following up on COPD, people with COPD should not do aerobic exercise. True or false? Think about that, all you junior physicians out there. The answer is false. They can do light aerobic exercise. That's recommended, but of course, you want to check with your physician if you're thinking about doing some exercise. And the final question is, exercise can reduce the risk of breast cancer. True or false? You want to think about that one? The answer is true. Regular exercise can reduce the risk of breast cancer by 10 to 20%, especially in postmenopausal women. So, if you got 8 or above answers correctly, you have more than a basic knowledge of health, beauty, and fitness. If you got between 4 and 8 correct, then you need to read up more. And if you got 4 or below, then you need to read up, a lot more. Again, I'm Alli Drew. Please subscribe and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you so much for watching.